Greetings and salutations, everyone. It's time for another Road Most Traveled. This time, actually, legitimately one of my favorite quests in the Orchard, Inferno the Damned. Again, I've always taken to once I've learned the quests that nobody else likes. Once I've learned those quests, I end up enjoying them a lot more. Having the ability to help people out, show them how to kind of tear through things. It's an interesting and fun way to tackle certain quests. Or tackle Dungeons and Dragons Online in particular. We're not going to go cold. Alright, we'll start cold. We'll start cold base damage wise and we'll see what happens. We're actually going to have quite a bit of like weird fire type things, but we'll start like this and see what happens. So Inferno the Damned has a couple of things to keep in mind. First of all, a lot of these intersections like this have traps along the side where there's not rubble and things. So you want to try to tend to jump over rocks and hug the wall that's dirty. Same thing with like faces like these over here. They're going to tend to shoot spikes out at you, so you're going to want to pass through them quickly. The other thing to keep in mind is that often in this quest zone, that the trap boxes are going to be on the far side of the trap. Far side. Now, this quest is divided. It is a maze of sorts, as well as it is two-sided. So you have a side A, which is often referred to as the cool side, and the cool side has certain things that are open and closed, and the B side, which is the fire side, tends to have certain things that are open and closed. Now, one other really important thing, well, there's two things, but the first of two really important things to keep in mind is that if you kill things on the cool side, on the A side, the undead versions of those monsters will appear on the B side, on the fire side. And some of those things can pass through barriers that you cannot, so it's really easy to increase your dungeon alert in a weird and unexpected way. You got to kind of keep an eye out for that. And two, the way you go between side A and side B is standing near these portal of damnations or next to a particular red monster. There are two red monsters in the game, or in the quest, that you can stand next to and teleport back and forth. So, how do we do this quest? Let's start with that really quick. I'll do my best to kind of walk through the decision trees as we come across them. And I'll try really hard. So, we're going to start by going straight west. And then we'll break a altar there. And then we're going to proceed south, the best of our ability. Is that correct? Am I full of shenanigans? We're going to go straight west and then south to this portal, and then teleport this portal over to get to where we are. Okay, there we go. Then we're going to proceed around to the south side, clear any aggro, because again, things will get crazy if you don't. And also, aggroed mephits tend to be one of the creatures that can move through these walls, so you want to clear that. Keep an eye out for squares like this, because they can be fire or pit traps. Then we're going to proceed to the next portal. Portal of Benediction, taking us to the cold side, as it were. There are miscellaneous aggro. And then what I like to do, and not everybody enjoys doing this, but I'm going to come over here. I'll clear wolves and things like that are chasing me. But I'm going to let these casters shoot at me. And I'm going to let the casters' fireball set off these 4 torches. And then I'm just going to take out this flame guardian. Now, you can light these torches in a variety of ways. You can use a rune arm that has like a fireball effect. You can use the enemy spellcasters. You can cast your own fireball effect. You can drag a method around. See, there's a spot where the floor fell out. You can drag a method around and use the method to light torches, and we'll do a couple of different torch lighting methods so you can see. But whenever possible, I like to use the enemy spellcraft casters to take care of it. All right, so we went and took care of this middle section right here, and then we came back, took the portal that we knew about, and now we're heading back the way we came. It's a little bit confusing, but once you learn the pattern, this quest is actually very straightforward, and you're basically just walking in a big circle around. We're going to stay on the fire side. We're going to make sure that these traps don't get us. Potential traps. Oh, trap box. Oh, see. Stay over here. Trap box. Oh, go away. I'm trying to get stuff done. Trying to get things done. And then we're going to come across these big holes. There'll be one in each direction. South, west, north, and east. And we're going to basically walk around them in that direction. So we did the south cold side. And now we come to the west hot side. But when we come across an area like this where you're going to jump down, these floors will fall out a reasonable amount of the time. So you want to be a little bit cautious on these floors. There they go. They just fell out. So on the cold side you light torches, but on the hot side you put torches out, right? But these torches are not on fire, which means we have to go to the cold side and set them on fire first. And I accidentally overshot what I was aiming for and killed this portal beacon instead. So I gotta wait for this to regenerate. And wait for Fear Reapers to spawn on our backs. Again, all of these fire methods are spawning over here and coming to get us. It usually takes like 30 seconds or so to respawn. Longer if you look at it. It's like a pot. A watched pot never boils. A watched portal never respawns. Alrighty, so keeping in mind that all these things that we defeat right here are monsters that we're going to have to defeat on the other side. Let's take a look at some of our other options here, as well as this room just a little bit. So you'll notice, first of all, in the middle of this room, there is a symbol, right? That kind of looks like a fireball being exploded into 4. So that's your subtle hint as to where to aim your fireball to break everything. Point. And again, like I said, you can use that fireball from any place. You can use a couple of other abilities that also light torches or set things on fire, and you can get a lot of use out of that way as well. And then we're going to clear all this trash. And we're going to try to leave the method alive for a second here. No, I think I got it.
The Guardian awaits your summons.
All right, so let's cover 2 methods here. It's not letting me hit, but that's okay. I thought I had it. Where are you? All right, never mind. Let's cover it. No, I want to save that for later. All right. Pardon. Let me find my magic staff here. Here we go. Alright, so here is our Staff of Arcane Power, and one of the things that this thing casts is Arcane, or a Cone of Cold. So for a Cone of Cold, if we stand slightly to either one direction or the other, I happen to like standing to the left of the torches, and you kind of sight down at the back one there, you can put out both torches. Okay? So that's using Cone of Cold. If you're not using Cone of Cold, you can use, and you don't have any ability to put out torches, you can use these methods. You can stand on top, like I did, and they'll gust the wind. That's the way that I personally find to be the easiest. But you can also stand slightly to the side and shield, like, and behind and shield block. To me, the easiest is to stand on top of them. All right, so we did both the cold side and set the torches on fire. Then we came over to the fire side and put the torches out and dealt with the spawns both times. So now there's no place else to go but back out because we trapped ourselves in the fire side. But luckily, here on the cold side, there's that exact way out here. Now we're going to proceed around to the north side. I might pop that, so hopefully we won't need it. Again, anytime you see a thing like this, assume that there's a trap, and there is. But we're not gonna mess with it. Here's a resurrection shrine in case you get got. But right here is an acolyte of flame. Now remember how I said that you can also teleport around by clicking on a monster? Well, that's it. That's the monster. And the reason why you fight him inside that room is, again, you teleport according to your position on the map. So because we were inside this room, we teleport inside here with the shrine, this bonus chest. And we can open the door and let anybody in who didn't make it around that guy. Let them in by going back to the previous room and taking the fire pit over the portal. Again, checking to make sure that there's not a trap, and then you can, if you're on the cold side, you can use this portal and appear right here and walk in. Something to keep in mind is that there's often traps on this back wall. Doesn't look like there is today, so we're good. We good. Now, this is one of the first decision points in the quest once you get set on the right path. So far, it's been basically you're on railroad ties, but here you actually have a fork. And we want to go around because we want to proceed around to we go west, so we can go down to the south. We wipe around west, we go to the north, and then we try to go to the east. I know that's really complicated way of summing it up, but it's just kind of what you want to do. Again, this leads to the middle, which is not towards the north or the east. So we want to carry around. That floor should have fallen out on us. And then we find a secret door here with more guardians here to knock out. Opening that door will take us to a portal. So let's go over to the live side, or the cool side, however you want to look at it. We've used methods to put out fires, but we haven't tried using a method to put on fires, turn on fires. We'll take a look at that in a minute when I don't have methods attacking me, when I don't want them to. Like when I'm trying to pull levers. Oh, that's a deadly monster. But turning on fire jets are essentially the same as turning off fire jets. Alright, so, real talk. If you were to look underneath this lava, and sometimes you can, you will see that there's a little blue symbol underneath this lava, very similarly to the fire one. Okay? And what that is the location where if you mouse click in the middle and summon an ice storm, you will hit all 4 torches. However, I couldn't see it and I missed, which means I just got the 2 closest to me. So I can move closer, cast ice storm again, and get the ones on either side. However, with a little bit of practice and a lot of imagination, you should be able to put them out with one ice storm. So you have a desire for ice storm and fireball, or some way to put out torches, and that's basically the two spells that are required to do this quest. Again, not 100% necessary, but positive. Alright, so then we climb up the staircase and we find another portal. If we want to carry on and do the quest with no optional, we would just keep going on the fireside here. But we notice that there's a little jeweled key right here, which means we're going to have to get to inside this room. The room is locked. We can't reach this lever, even though this gate is huge. So we need to go look on the pool side to see what we can do to get this door open. Okay, looking at the positive side, we see some monsters in there, so we gotta get those monsters to aggro on us. Right? So what's the easiest way to get the monsters to aggro on us? We're gonna break this portal and stay far away from it. And when those monsters aggro, because they hear that portal break, we're gonna come in here, kill everything, look for the Acolyte of Flame, and shoot it right in the face. Teleport over, kill the second version of the Acolyte of Flame, and start killing everything else that we killed over there. Sometimes you don't want to kill that stuff because you think it's going to be a problem. But if it's not going to be a problem, just knock it out on that side, then knock it out again on the other side. So there's our key. Which means, if we're paying attention, and we walked over here on the far side, we know that's a dead end. So the only way we can, in fact, go... That looks like the trap I was looking for before. But the only way we can go will be this way, to the east. Which again, we go west to go south, and we go back to the west, go to the north, and then proceed our way around to the east. Clear as mud, right? Clear as mud. Totally easy. Once you have this quest down, it takes like 15 minutes. It's a very good quest for XP once you have it kind of figured out. So we follow the path we have to go. We find another trap on the way because traps are random everywhere. Random-ish. So we'll clean up the trap bonus. Teleport over, because again we're at the end of our path. And see that we're on the good side here. If we look around, we can see a torch right there, so we must have to go over here to those torches. And lo and behold, there's monsters. So again, if we fight these monsters around the center of the torches, there's one caster here that wants to cast fireballs on us for days. And we can have him light this torch up for minimal effort. He's just gotta hit us with a fireball. Well, welcome, Legion. Happy to give you a response. And it's a soul of cruelty, of course. But he gets wrecked, and then we'll clean up the caster. Thought I heard a thing fall on the ground. Certainly don't see one, though. Alright, this way we can clearly tell is a dead end. We just came from there, so let's go this way. There'll be a couple of ninja guys, stealth guys hanging out. A couple of dogs, looks like a Fear Reaper. Probably just should have webbed. Alright, so now we have a couple of choices again. Right, we can go this way, which if we kind of look around, we'll see a shrine. And we know from experience that seeing a shrine means there's going to be Another one of those priests of flame. Or, ooh, nice, I'll take those. Or we could take this portal. But we have to ask ourselves, why do they have two choices that seem like they both go forward? The answer is, usually that means that around here with the Acolyte of Flame, jump over the rock, that there is some sort of perk that we're not really seeing from our point of view. In this case, we have the Rest Shrine right here that we could consider a perk. But there's another one, and I want to like jump over this rock and make sure there's no. Okay, just wanted to make sure there wasn't a trap right here as well. Here's all those guys that we defeated on the opposite side. Knocking down our dungeon alert's always a good idea. We could shrine if we wanna. Man, why does this feel like it's not lasting very long? 2 minutes. Aha, there's a chest here, that's why. Alright, I knew there was a chest here. But if you're on that other side, that would be straight across this room. If we look on the mini-map, we would have been here. So if we would have taken... In fact, I'm just going to loot this chest. And go back and show you. But had instead of coming over here by the shrine and clearing that side, had we instead ran over and broke this this portal to come over, we would have ended up right here, and we would have been able to see that treasure chest without having to do these other fights. But we can't get to that treasure chest unless we have an abundant leap type effect from here, because again, these floors, they fall out.
He will arise when the torches are dark.
So now we have already on fire torches again. We're in the south. This was the first one that we turned on. So we'll just, again, mouse look. Aim for what we believe to be the center. And we did it. We got them all in one shot. We are the best. Just shoot this guy. Shoot this guy like cray cray. So now, if we look over here, Inferno side, East Flame Guardian is what's left. Right? So we can look at our map. East side, we already lit the torches. Now we just got to clear all this junk that spawned. And deal with the fact that we have all this trash. Remember how I warned you that there's weird aggro mechanics in this quest? Or which is why you want to take the time to try to clean your aggro up as you go along. We spawned a bunch of mephits as well as the guys that we had killed in the south side. Or the east side, pardon. And then also, we're close enough to over here, portal over there, that we're getting these fire mephits pulled around. Which is good, because if we don't have a way to put these torches out, we need access to mephits to put these torches out for us.
While the flames burn blue,
and there, remember how I said if you could see there was no lava, you would see the middle of the room had the cold symbol. Bam, cold symbol.
the final undead guardian stands before you.
This guy crawls out of the ground, we shoot him in the face, and we're good to go. So now we go to the Inferno side, return to the central chamber. And a big boss appears. So we want to knock him out. All of these cinder spawns heal greatly from fire damage. So we want to be really careful about popping things for fire damage. Let's see if there's an easy way for me to do just a little bit of fire damage. Here, I'll switch to my other rune arm here, or my other crossbow. Look at that. 3d6 fire is healing him for 50 a shot, give or take. Pretty ridiculous. So it's really easy to accidentally reheal this guy back up with a little bit of fire damage. Alright, so we knocked the quest out. We got 44,543 regular experience and 499 Reaper experience. How long did this take us? 24 minutes. Even stopping and walking through things really slowly. Alright, so you might look at the map and go, but Samius, we missed a room. And I have a special key. Where do these things go? I'm glad you asked. So, the special key is a room that we ran past on the cold side. Right? On the cold side. So you go, oh, well, we'll just go this way and run to it. Oh, but the door's closed. So how do you get there? Two ways. The fast way, which is cast D-Door, which will teleport you to the beginning of the quest, which happens to be on the cold side. Or you can run back. How do you run back, Samius? The run back is a little bit longer. So, we could cast D-Door, or we can run back. If we run back, what we're going to do is we're basically going to go back through the quest a little bit. Again, we've been through here. We know where we're going this way. And we're going to take this portal. I hope I'm right. This portal. And now we're going to backtrack to the middle of the quest. We didn't fight through here. None of these monsters were aggroed before. But now they live on the fire side. Unlive, I guess. We see a trap box that we didn't do before. So we didn't walk through. So that would have given us 6 traps instead of 5 in this particular randomization. And bam, look, we can get back to the middle of the quest from here. So it's a few steps, but it's not too bad. Right? Not too bad at all. Why do we have so many monsters chasing us? Ridiculous. Should heal up all the way. Alright, so let's go take a look at this room that we ran past. When we put our nose in here, we're going to see, again, this is a locked door. The lever's on the inside. And the bad guys are in there praying. What does that mean? That means that we need to get them to activate. But there's nothing on this side for us to break open. So let's go see on the fire side what's going on. When we walk over here.
A chest sits just
There's a
beyond the
chest
gate.
there. So how do we get those guys to activate? Well, the answer is we just have to wait over on the cold side. Sorry, spoiler alert. But there's you know, no way to open that chest on automatically. So let's just wait. We stand on this door, we call them bad names, and we wait a second. Also, hello Rex. Thanks for joining the stream, buddy. Appreciate you. And now these guys have activated. We're gonna grab our crude altar. And we're gonna take a closer look. We're gonna go, wait a minute. Are one of these guys an Acolyte of Flame? Get over here, Acolyte of Flame. Which teleports us over to the other side where we saw the chest. In the event that people get missed, we can open this door over here on the fire side. In this case, probably not going to work out for us the best. I think monsters are going to come in that otherwise would have gotten stuck outside, but that's okay. Then this chest needs that key. Why is this chest important? This used to be one of the optionals where the only way you could get these shield fragments. Now they're less important. People can get those shield fragments in lots of ways and lots of places. But yeah, that used to be the only way to get the shield chest. So that's basically Inferno of the Damned. I think it's pretty simple to go through. You kind of have to go through it a couple of times, step by step. Use this tutorial, use the written wiki, etc. And I think you'll You'll find it's pretty quick. Red just said all chests matter. Hashtag all chests matter. Indeed. Indeed. All right, everyone. Well, if you have questions, comments, etc., please leave them in the comment section down below or reach out to me on my Twitch channel while I'm live, and I'll be happy to do my best to try to answer. Otherwise, please slam the like buttons. I really appreciate it. We'll see you again really soon. Toodles.